Hey guys, I have just a little bit of a different video today. It's not going to be all in the kitchen stuff, but I've had a lot of people asking about what I do on my diet. So, and for some recipes and different things. My number one thing that I do is watch calories. So, that being said, I mean, yes, I do get concerned with the other stuff as far as it getting out of control. I try to keep it tapered down a lot of the time. Sometimes I fail in the sodium department and things. But anyway, I have an app that's called My Net Diary. And it is amazing. I love the app. It's my most favorite app that I have ever used. So, anyway, I do that. I watch my calories. I do a lot of smoothies, which I'm going to drop a couple of clips that has a couple of the smoothies that I make in this video. And I'll put some calorie info on there with it too. There's so many things you can add in smoothies. So, I mean, sometimes I add oatmeal, other times I don't. To me, I don't notice a big difference when I do. I mean, it does bump you up a few grams of protein and maybe some other healthy nutrients, but it's also going to add around 75 to 150 calories to your smoothie, depending on how much you put in. So, therefore, I don't add it to my smoothies all the time. I try to keep my smoothies normally at 300 and something calories. But I have found that smoothies does not last as long as food in terms of keeping you full. Maybe it's a mind thing. Maybe your mind is thinking, hey, you're not chewing something, you're not eating something solid. I don't know, but it just doesn't do that for me. Anyway, sometimes I'll simply eat oatmeal for breakfast. I try to get a low sodium butter, which I use the Kerrygo butter if it's low sodium, and maple syrup is a good sweetener that's not high in calories. I also use Trivia brown sugar, and that has actually mostly taken the place of my maple syrup. I like it a whole lot better. Not that maple syrup tastes bad, but the brown sugar makes the oatmeal taste sweeter, and you can have a whole tablespoon of it, I think, for like 30 calories, so it's not bad. There's mornings I will just scramble a couple of eggs, 1 or 2 slices of bacon. I try not to overboard on the bacon, mostly just 1 slice. I might throw a banana in there with it. So, I mean, there's all kinds of ways and things you can do your breakfast. For lunch, a lot of times I will eat some tuna. I get it when it's packed in water. I mean, you can add mustard for, y'all, excuse me, my allergies are killing me. You can add mustard for basically nothing. I mean, really, mustard doesn't have a lot to it as far as nutrients go, and calories, it has none, I believe. If it does have any, it's like 5 or 10, but I think it's calorie free. Mayonnaise, which we use Miracle Whip. You know, I'm careful with it, but I can throw some of it in there. You can eat it just like that. You could find some wheat thins and eat it with that. You could eat it on, if I eat it with bread, I'm going to eat it with whole wheat bread, which is like maybe 40 calories a slice. It's not bad. Supper, I'll drop a picture of what I fix a lot of times. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I'll simply take a chicken breast, throw it in the skillet with a little bit of olive oil. And another thing to watch my sodium is I have bought some Mrs. Dash seasonings. They have some awesome flavors. And I like the Southwest Chipotle on my chicken when I'm making this, so I'll put it on there. And you don't miss the salt, or I don't anyway. I'll put just maybe a teaspoon of minced garlic, and I'll put the chicken in there and get it to frying. I'll put a little water in the pan, and to kind of give it a little bit of juice. But anyway, once that gets done, I'll take it out, and I'll weigh it and see how much I've got. You can get some inexpensive scales at Walmart, and they are great when it comes to weighing out things, and when you're wanting to watch your portions and you're wanting to accurately count everything, I guess you could say. So I'll cut it up, throw it on a plate. I'll put some shredded cheese on it. So cheese is one of my downfalls, though. Cheese can get away from you real fast when it comes to calories. So be careful with that. A quarter of a cup to a third of a cup, that's plenty. Depending on the amount of chicken you use. So then I have some, I believe it is, I can't remember what brand. Anyway, it's the Southwest Chipotle salad dressing. I poured a little bit of that on there. And then I went to the salad department in the grocery store, or I should say, not the salad department, anyway, where all the toppings are for salad. So I got me some fried onion strings and some tortilla strips. Like, they're chips, but they're in strips. You can put 2 or 3 tablespoons of each of those on top of that. So that gives you, you can actually put this on top of lettuce. Sometimes I put it on some lettuce and make it into a salad. Other times I just eat it plain. I'm not a salad person, so a lot of times that is hard for me to do. Anyway, it is super high in protein. There's different things I do for supper besides that. Obviously, I'm not going to just eat that every day. But one thing you do want to be very careful on as far as calories is beef. Beef has way more calories than I ever even realized until I started measuring everything out and trying to get a good count on what I was eating. I think a cup of ground beef is like 400 and something calories. It was way up there just for the meat. So you're going to come out better by eating, number one, the best one to eat would be probably turkey, and then chicken, and then pork. But that being said, you don't want to burn out. There's nothing wrong with eating beef. Just be careful. I try to stay away from starches, other than, wheat bread or whatever for a sandwich for lunch. It's not going to kill you, but as far as like sitting down and just eating rolls and toast and all the cornbreads and all the good stuff that, you're going to put on the table for everybody else, that's not good. For me, it isn't. Snack wise, well, you can do pork rinds. Those are very good. I buy a bar from Fiber One, and it's a chocolate oat bar, I believe, something like that. Anyway, it's a pretty good bar. It has like 9 grams of fiber. It's not bad in the calorie department, and it's a good snack. Fruit, bananas. I do a lot of bananas. Sometimes I even put a banana in my smoothie. Let's see. Back to far as the smoothies go, I use a lot of the PB2 powder, Slim Fast shake mixes. They do a keto meal replacement I do use occasionally. They have 2 flavors in it. My favorite is the brownie. batter or brownie cake mix, whatever it is. I can't remember exactly. But I try to be careful with that one because it does tend to be high in sodium for some reason. So usually when I make a smoothie out of that, I've already kicked my daily sodium limit up 500 and something points or milligrams, whatever they call it. Anyway, there's so many things you can do. I take, I think it's Goli apple cider gummies. I've got some of those I use. Trying to think. Oh, my daughter picked these up the other day at Burke's, I believe. They're called Skinny Serps. You put those in your smoothies. You could actually, we do a lot of iced coffee. So you get you a low-fat creamer. These have 0 calories, 0 sugar. Of course, coffee, you're not going to get anything out of it. But just be careful on your creams and put you some Splenda in it. I also have a squirt bottle of Splenda that I can put, not Splenda, stevia, that I can put in my purse. So if I go out to a restaurant, I can have water with lemon and put some of that in there. Now that back to water. Water has become a huge thing for me. I've had to really, really work on drinking water because I'm a severe diet Dr. Pepper addict. And anyway, that sounds hilarious, but that's true. It's nothing for me to go through about 2 12-packs a week. Just me alone. And but anyway, I've been off of diet soda this is over 3 weeks this week, so far so good. But anyway, I've really been chugging the water. I try to at least hit 64 and above every day. There's been days I don't make that. I do like unsweet tea. So if I find myself drinking a lot of unsweet tea, it affects my water consumption. So sometimes I don't even make unsweet tea here. Mostly I will drink it when I go out to eat. And but anyway, desserts for me are a huge no-no. Once in a while, yeah, but I find myself, if I give in to eating that one sweet thing, I'm going to go back and I'm going to want to eat some more. So I try to stay away from those. It's just like the Diet Dr. Pepper thing. If I put one in the fridge, got it cold, took it out, or poured it over ice, whatever you want to call it, and I took and I drank that first can after 3 weeks of not drinking any, it would probably be over for me. I would be back to drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, which I just can't do. But anyway, I'm trying to think of what else I do. I think I've about covered everything. There's one more important thing, and that is get you a good support team. I have good people that support me, that, always are there to encourage me and help me out along the way. And that's something that is very valuable in a weight loss journey. And this particular friend, told me, she said, I'm going to go on this diet with you. And no, she doesn't need to lose weight no matter what she thinks. She doesn't. She looks fine. But that meant a lot to me, and I appreciate that. And but I'm thankful for good friends that'll help you out and be there for you. She holds me accountable, and that gets hard to confess sometimes, but what I've ate or what I've drank or what I haven't ate or drank. But anyway, it works really well, and it keeps me going. But you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I mean, be creative. I have tried things that normally I wouldn't try. I'm a very picky eater. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. So therefore, when I quit eating corn and a lot of potatoes and all that, and I've really pulled away from that, that didn't give me many options. It gave me basically green beans. Other than one time, I think I made some mashed sweet potatoes with some stevia and a little bit of cinnamon. I'm very careful with cinnamon, but because I'm allergic to it. But I did, spice it up a little bit, and those were good. But I mean, I'm very limited on what vegetables I eat, so I have to get creative in other ways. But anyway, it's a lifestyle change, and as much as we want to just lose the weight and go back to what we've done before and go back to eating what we've ate before, it doesn't work that way. I mean, you don't have to completely just shut down and not be able to eat anything good. As you go on and as you lose all your weight and all that, I mean, you still, want to enjoy life. But I was thinking the other day, if I had all the money that I had spent on lose weight quick things, on pills and shakes and patches and wraps and all that, I would have a nice chunk of change. Okay? Those things don't work in the long run. They are a crutch, basically, because for a lot of people, I'll say, and I'll probably take some flack over this, but that's okay. I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Hey, I took a few years ago, several years ago, I lost like 90 to 95 pounds in a year's time. Well, you know what? I was taking probably a pill to a pill and a half of Adipex a day. And did I keep it off? No, I gained it and a lot more back because I wasn't making a lifestyle change. So basically, it boils down to you've got to change your habits. So I'm still learning that. And am I always perfect? Absolutely not. Do I mess up? Yes. And I don't want my support team coming after me over that comment. But anyway, I'll be getting text messages. What have you ate? What have you drank? What have you done? No, not really. I'm joking. But I'm by far not perfect. And I mean, I do make mistakes a lot. And but I'm learning. And I'm in this to win it. I'm in it to the finish. If it takes me 3, 4, 5 years, this weight's got to come off. So this one has chocolate protein powder, vanilla, oatmeal, almond milk, ice. I left out the cinnamon because I'm allergic to cinnamon, and the amount it calls for would not be good for me. So it is the oatmeal cookie. So here we go. There you have it, the oatmeal cookie smoothie. Okay, so I'm fixing to make one of my favorite smoothies. Hey, it's all about the almond milk. Yes, I use sweetened almond milk, which I could come out better probably if I didn't. But I'm going to use 8 ounces. Okay, and then I have got the Slim Fast Keto. It is the vanilla cake batter flavor. It is a meal replacement. So I'm going to put in 2 scoops of this. And then just to make it interesting and even better, I've got some of the PBFIT peanut butter powder, which I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of it in. Now, I have simply just a Hamilton Beach cheapo smoothie maker. You don't have to get pricey with these things and get all the fancy stuff. So pardon the noise, here we go. Okay, when you use these Keto Slim Fast milkshake mixes, they do tend to come out a little thick, which is great. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to pour it out in my glass. It fills up a small glass. It's very filling. I'll give you the calorie and the protein count on it here just shortly. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I know it's been different, but if you have any more questions, I've got my contact information below. And have a great day, and we will see you next time.